Thrusters, because CrossFit loves to just make you do anything that is a squat, which is effectively what a thruster is, with a press at the top, sort of a push press at the end. You can see in the image how it looks when you look at it in a sequence like that. You've got weight up on your shoulders on your front rack. You do a typical front squat, body squat type of motion. And then as you come up and you squeeze your butt and you get to the top of that um, position coming out of the squat, then you extend the arms and the weight overhead. I've got little bitty dumbbells at school that we can do these with. Thruster is also done sometimes with a barbell in a typical CrossFit setting, but that's not something we would be doing in a 4-8 type of classroom, maybe high school, but not 4-8. So there's the image. Like I said, it's a glorified squat, and then at the end of the squat, you push weight overhead to finish the movement. The only scale to a thruster would be changing the weight. If any weight's too much weight, then you're just looking at basically a body squat with, and maybe you just push your empty hands overhead to get the technique down, I suppose. But really, all thrusters do when you're using very small weight is it's just another way to sort of disguise a squat and give it a little bit different look, in my opinion. But there is that added element. If there's enough weight, you definitely do get a shoulder burn if you're doing that press at the end with sufficient weight to make it count for something. So that's a thruster. We don't do a lot of those just because we don't get the dumbbells out as often as we probably should. Wall balls, another activity that I've got lower down this list because it's not readily available. That yellow and black ball that says 4 kilograms, that is actually a wall ball style ball that the woman in the image would be using, something like that. And she is doing a wall ball activity. They're called wall balls. So they are just like a thruster, though. You get in that front squat with the weight between your hands in the form of the wall ball itself. And then as you get to the top of your squat, you are pushing that ball up overhead to a certain height on the wall or to some sort of marker or target like she's got there. That's how it would look in a CrossFit setting. If you look at the picture where you can see 5 or 6 of those medicine balls, I've got that pictured because that's what we use. We do have those. They're smash balls, whatever you want to call them. And they do work to some degree. You can take those in your hand, do your squat. When you come up out of your squat, push that weight, throw that weight up towards the target. You can do all that. The only thing is those balls have that sand type bladder, and they're not going to bounce off the wall. They're not going to be real good for catching and going into the next wall ball. So you just let that weight hit the wall after you throw it up, let it fall, then pick it back up and repeat. Whereas a real wall ball, you catch the ball after it bounces off the wall or off the target. Again, just another glorified way to do some sort of squat variation.